Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we are making a plant-based sloppy joe.
It's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Hi everybody. So, sloppy joes. Did you grow up with sloppy joes? I sure did. I know our school always made sloppy joes like once a week, I think it was. But typically they're made with ground beef and ketchup and sugar and all of these other things that really aren't good for you. But still, they're such a tasty sandwich, so I knew I had to recreate this sandwich. So instead of ground beef, we are going to use extra firm tofu, onions, and mushrooms. May sound a little quirky, but it will work. So I already have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and this is extra firm tofu. And I've already drained most of the water off. Even if you don't drain all of that water off, it's okay. It's going to evaporate in your oven. Now we're just going to crumble it up. It's a little messy. Just going to crumble it up so it looks like the size of ground beef, right? Spread it out really evenly on your pan. Make sure you get all those really big chunks mushed up. So spread it out pretty evenly. And then we're going to stick this in our oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. So we'll get that started first. All right, so now we're going to make the second element. So I have one very large red onion here. You can use a white onion, it's okay too. I just happen to have a red one. And the red ones typically are a little bit sweeter, so it works a little bit better for this recipe. And then I have one 8-ounce box of mushrooms. And if you notice both, they're both cut almost the same size. They're diced really small because we want it to look like that ground beef, right? Really small little chunks. So we're gonna get this in our pan. We're just gonna put them in together. And we're gonna cook all of that moisture out of it. And you don't need to put oil in your pan because even though mushrooms look dry, they are full of moisture, and so are the onions. And as they cook, they release that moisture. So you really don't wanna add anything to this while it's cooking. But if it does start sticking a little bit to the bottom of your pan, all you have to do is add just a couple teaspoons or maybe a tablespoon of water and just keep stirring. So we want to cook these for probably about 10 minutes until the onions are translucent and all of that moisture is cooked out. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share with you some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is a crowd-funded show, which means our content is made possible by the generous patronage of our paid membership community, who share our common goal to teach the world how to easily and permanently switch to a plant-based diet. My husband and I create these free weekly cooking shows to share all of the delicious recipes that we use every day in our own family kitchen. Our recipes are now used by hundreds of thousands of viewers every month from all over the world. Our paid memberships offer additional perks like access to our ebooks and in-depth courses, including our 28 Days Plant-Based Made Easy course, where we offer a step-by-step guide to making the switch to a fully plant-based diet. With meal plans, shopping guides, daily learning materials, and over 65 of our favorite recipes. If you love our content and find it's helping you to live your best plant-based life, please join us on our mission to share this life-changing message with the world and become a supporting member today by following the link in the description. It is the continued growth of our supporting member community that makes this show possible. Okay, let's get back to the show. Okay, so our tofu is out of the oven and it's pretty dry. Still a little bit moist, which is okay. So we're just gonna add that to our pan. I always say about these parchment sheets, it's so helpful because you can just pick that sheet up without burning yourself. And it comes right off of the parchment. See, then you don't have to clean that pan. That's pretty key to me. Okay, so we're gonna mix that in there a little bit. And this is still just cooking really slow. Now we're gonna make the sauce that we're gonna cook it in. That's what's gonna give it all that wonderful flavor, right? Okay, so I got my cheat sheet up here. So I've got a can of tomato paste. This is no salt added tomato paste, and it's a 6-ounce can. We're just gonna put that in the blender. And just as a tip, when you're flavoring food, if you have something that's savory or that has a tomato base, tomato paste is a wonderful, wonderful flavor. It's going to give you a super, because it's condensed tomatoes, it's cooked down tomatoes, it's going to give you that really, really powerful tomato flavor. So if you want to add some flavor to like a stew or your chili, tomato paste should be in there. It makes it so much more delicious. Okay. There. We have a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And I'm just guesstimating there. A tablespoon of red wine vinegar. And I like this to use red wine vinegar in this one because it has a little bit of that fruity sweet taste rather than like an apple cider vinegar or a white wine vinegar. This just has a little bit more, a better flavor for this particular recipe. Then we have a teaspoon of onion powder and a teaspoon of paprika, or smoked paprika. So the smoked paprika is part of the key. If you have something that typically would have meat in it, stick some smoked paprika in there and it gives you that flavor of that smoky, meaty flavor if you're missing that. And then I have 3 medjool dates here, already pitted, and that's going to give you that natural sweetness with all of the fiber still intact without using sugar or ketchup or anything like that, because those are all sweetened with refined sugars. Then we have half a teaspoon of pepper, and then 2 cups of water. And if you want it a little bit salty, you can add a low sodium soy sauce or just a teeny bit of salt. But I find that this has enough flavor that you don't need to add that extra salt because the tanginess of that tomato paste, it gives you such a strong flavor. I'm really struggling with this lid here. There we go. So we're just going to blend this up until there are no date chunks left. Okay, so there's our sauce, super thick and creamy. We're just going to pour that in there, and it may look like a lot, but what you're going to do is you're going to cook this down a bit, and you're going to cook it until most of that moisture is gone. So it's going to take you about probably about 15 minutes to cook the moisture out, and all of that tomatoey goodness is going to cook into the mushrooms and the onions and that tofu. It's going to taste fantastic. So we're just going to let this simmer for 15 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, if you want to come in and take a look, this is what you want it to look like. So you want to get all that sauce cooked up into there, soaked up into the onions and the mushrooms. So it's crazy hot right now, so I'm going to grab my lentil flatbreads and I'll meet you at the table. Okay, so on to the tasting. And like I said before, I got some of my lentil flatbreads instead of having a bun, which, you know, it's hard to find a gluten-free or vegan bun that's any good. So if you haven't made these yet, I have a show on the lentil flatbreads that will give you a link in the details below. They work perfect for sandwiches. So, but this is probably going to be really messy, but sloppy joes are messy. So here we go. Nice and smoky, tomatoey, and it's that texture, right? It's the same texture of ground beef without the beef. Fantastic. So good for you. You're gonna love it. So give this a like, and I'll see you next time.